Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hi!
Welcome to the August 24th through 28th recap of General Hospital.
You're very excited. You liked this week.
I am. This week was awesome.
You scared Cookie
I'm
away.
sorry.
She was going to join us, and now
she'll be back.
No
Cookie was
input
sleeping
from her.
on Amanda's lap.
She must have watched this week and wanted to give her input, and you scared her away.
She did watch this week with me. Cookie, what was your favorite part?
Let's interview Cookie today. All right. So, where are you starting?
I want to start with a correction for the 411 from last week.
Uh-oh.
I said I did not watch when Stone died because it would have been like at the end of the school year.
Mm-hmm.
He died in November. So regardless, I was still in school when it
School year.
happened. However, it was not end of the school year. It was
Middle
November.
There you go.
So I would have still been in school at the time General Hospital was on, but not for that reason. And last week we talked about Jason should be further up in the organization or something.
Yeah.
I watched Fear City on Netflix, which is all about the New York Mafia of the 80s.
Okay.
And according to that, the worst part is I'm sitting there going, they're actually kind of accurate on General Hospital with some of the stuff that they...
Oh, that's good.
You know, like the meeting of the 5 families, and they can't go after each other's bosses unless the other ones say that it's okay.
Okay.
That's how the New York Mafia was run.
All right.
But then there was so there was the 5 families, but then there was the main guy.
Okay.
Who they all agreed to have killed.
Oh.
Okay. I was like, should I say it? But I'm like, you know what? It happened in the 80s, and if you want to know more about the mob, you probably know that.
So Jason's in his right position?
Jason's
get
basically
a
in your right
and you stay there?
Yeah, you can be a soldier at any age. So,
well,
yeah, I guess there's not really
any
anywhere.
Researching that for us, Shannon.
You're welcome.
All wondering.
I mean, if I have to.
Alrighty then.
I did say that the rag was on the other side of the chair, not necessarily in their walking path. But then I didn't go back and watch last week. We're talking about Michael, Willow, and Monica. I didn't go back and watch because I think that they might have gone to the right of the chair.
They went straight through.
Then they wouldn't have seen it because it was on the right of the chair.
See, my house is never clean. I feel like if my house was that spotless, that I would spot something out of place instantly.
Like that bucket over there?
Right? See?
I have a random bucket.
Underneath the treadmill. What are you doing?
I didn't put that there.
Are you sweating buckets of sweat? You're working out so hard?
I'm sweating a lot, but I did not put that there. Okay. Sorry, squirrel moment, but I took a sip of water. I'm looking at Amanda, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a bucket. I have a fold-up treadmill. I don't know why that's there.
I don't know.
Okay.
But
that was really weird timing.
It was perfect. That's exactly what I mean.
However, typically, I don't know if I would have noticed.
Right. I mean, your house is always picked up, but it still doesn't look like the Quartermaine mansion. Yeah. And their house is spotless. I feel like you would notice, oh, the cleaning lady dropped one of her rags. No, wait, that's not what that is. A little faster.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I didn't like how calm they were. Willow came down and was like, yeah, Wiley's not in his room. And Michael's like, oh, did you search here? Well, I would be hysterical.
Well, and they're like, oh, yeah, he's getting out.
Right.
You know,
we didn't take any precautions to make sure he's not out in the rose garden or down by the boathouse. It's fine.
Oh, I hope they still have the rose garden even though they did the renovations.
They better. I don't think they'd ever get rid of that.
No, they better not.
They wouldn't. No. I'm deciding that for them. They did not.
But, like, they have the baby monitor upstairs. That's when you yell through the baby monitor.
Yep.
And you're like, get up here.
Right.
You know, it's...
Exactly. And Monica heard him. You hear kids climbing out of bed. They're not quiet about it until they're a little bit older. At Wiley's age, there would have been that thump noise.
Yep. And probably jabbering to himself.
Right.
Especially the boys.
Exactly.
I mean, they are definitely...
Yeah. So he's all of a sudden not in his room and no one heard anything. I mean, I know the staff was supposed to be asleep, but the staff was still supposed to be there, right? some of the staff stays there.
I guess. I don't know. We never see staff anymore.
They mentioned something about somebody. I don't know. The way they said something, it made me think that some of the staff had their own quarters there, which again,
they have their own quarters in the Quartermain mess.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry.
You're a dork.
I am.
So anyway, again, we always talk about how they're not quite realistic, but I felt like that whole scene was underplayed where they're a little over dramatic in other things sometimes.
Yeah. Do we just want to talk this one through?
Go ahead.
I can't believe that Taggert tried to save Nelle, although he didn't know that it was Nelle. So there's that.
Mm-hmm. I found it hard to believe. I know they were struggling, but I still found it hard to believe that Julian ended up shooting him.
Okay, I rewound that a few times because the gun didn't go off.
Did it have a silencer on it?
Maybe. Because there wasn't like
I don't think it did, now that I say that, though, because you saw him toss it in the harbor.
Right.
I don't think there
was a silencer on it. Like, that was the only noise that I heard was, like, it fell, and then Taggert went up against the wall. But I was like, why did he go up against the wall?
Yeah, I didn't realize he was shot until they showed his shoulder all yucky.
I guess we have, like, 3 different ways we can go down this. Okay, so let's go down the Taggert route.
Okay.
Because I started with the Taggert save Nelle, because that happened on Monday, and that's my first note.
All right.
All of that. All of it. Jason finding him and bringing him to the safe house, calling Epiphany, and Epiphany basically telling off Jason.
I loved it.
Oh, I wanted to do this on the Instagram and be like, seriously, who had the best confrontation this week?
Yeah.
Because there was Epiphany and Jason, and then, Jack's yelling at Michael,
mm-hmm.
and then Carly and Nelle, and I mean, everybody basically, but they were all good. They were all really, really good.
You know, Epiphany is my favorite just because I love her.
And saying, like,
that
you
was
don't
so
know.
perfect. She's like, you have your secrets, I have mine. Just let it be.
But the way that she said it, though, there's something else there.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like, thank God, we're going to get Epiphany a story again.
That would be amazing.
Other than just being her awesome self.
Right.
You know, she needs
a real storyline because she is too good of an actress to just always be on the sidelines.
But that answered all of our questions that Jason and Sonny did not know Taggert was alive. Although I definitely thought Sonny did. Because when he said, like, I'll take care of your daughter. Remember whenever he was...
Yeah.
I definitely thought that he was helping facilitate that.
No, I don't know that I thought that.
I did.
Oh, okay. So Jason goes to Jordan's office to discuss this. And at some point she says, no, we can't talk here. So let's go down to the pier because that's the best place to have private conversations.
Right.
Drove me insane. I just want to scream at my TV every time they do that. What are you doing?
And you are in the commissioner's office. Like, there's really no other safe place.
Right.
Like, there's no safer place.
I know it could be bugged, but the pier's out in the open.
Right. You never know who's standing behind those walls.
Right. Go grab a cup of coffee at Kelly's if you need to have a different place quietly tucked in the corner.
We'll get to it in a second, but like when Trina and Jocelyn started to have the conversation that was too personal and they moved from the counter to a private table.
Right. And they weren't yelling at each other.
No.
As they were having the conversation.
And we will totally get to all the rest of that.
Yeah.
But that was just too... They could take a lesson from... They could learn from Joss and Trina.
Couldn't we all learn how to keep secrets the way our kids do?
But him going to Jordan and being like, I saw a friend of yours.
Right. And she's totally not surprised.
Yep.
How come you're not surprised? How come you're surprised I found him, but not surprised he's alive?
And how come Epiphany wasn't surprised either?
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. And then she got all, I don't have to explain my you. Shut up. They've done enough for you. Yes, you did.
I told you that you'd be a good cop. Okay, how many times are we going to say that you'd be a good cop?
Right.
And not make him a cop.
This week it was, or a good therapist. So
right.
Maybe he can take over for Neil now that he lost his license.
Well, and so they mentioned on the Stone Cold and Stephen Bradford's podcast this week, they're like, where did this come from that Jason Morgan was going away? And I'm sitting there like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, where did it come from? Gee, how did we get Jason Morgan? Traumatic brain injury. How are we going to possibly... He's like, I don't know where these people are coming up with this stuff. And I'm like, what? Like, how do you not understand? I was like, just listen to my episode. Like, not my episode.
Right.
Listen to our episode where I give my whole rundown about Dante becoming bad. And, like, Brando. Like,
and we weren't the only ones that came to that conclusion. Nope. It's not like we're that special.
No.
There was 1,000 people on the internet that were going the same place.
Yep. Well, that's what they were talking about is they're like, maybe people are just like so quarantined that they just, I'm like, no, honey, this is what your fans do.
Right. This is normal GH talk. What are you talking about? That's funny.
But Taggert and Sonny talking.
Yes.
I loved it.
You love everything with Taggert?
I do. And Riel was on their show this week, too.
I wanted to listen to that, and I did not yet.
Okay. He wasn't supposed to come back.
Oh, really?
He didn't know that when he came back, he was going to be killed. And he wasn't necessarily supposed to come back.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's because of us, the fans.
I was going to say, I feel like even when we talked to him, we were like, so when are you coming back after they kill you?
Yeah. We talked to him before he died.
We talked to him before he died, but we kind of knew that's where they were going to end up.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to kill him.
I think we knew he wasn't going to be long.
I thought they were bringing Jordan back up. Like, I thought they were deepening her story, which they have. But, you know, that they were basically going to have someone because, we saw Valerie this week, which we'll get to in a second also. But other than Jordan and Chase.
Right. There's no.
So bring back Taggert and stuff like that. That's where I thought they were going. But.
No, see, his storyline seemed to not enough back then. That was a long time ago. But I felt like it wasn't a permanent position then.
See, I did. Especially giving him a daughter and giving him an ex-wife and all that. That's stickiness.
Yeah,
well, it's not just him by himself.
That's why he definitely needs to be back.
And that's why he's back.
Not lurking in the shadows.
That was a good ending.
That was.
With him.
Dun, dun, dun. Where's he going?
But him and Sonny going to shake hands.
Yeah.
I loved the hesitation. The, like, okay, yeah, we're actually doing this.
It was like back in the day storyline. The way that they acted it out. That was good.
I am glad that he's not going to kill Cyrus, though.
Yeah.
Although he asked Jason to disappear him, which apparently is an accurate phrase. Because I was like, that's such bad grammar.
I'm going to start using that.
I did.
Can you disappear them for me, Shannon?
Is disappear him a mob phrase? And apparently, because it's frequently used to talk to Jason. Because remember Cam?
Yes.
Asked also.
But I don't know how Cam knows that that's the right terminology.
Neither do I, except for Cam is well read. And there is a book that I have not read. I know that you think I've read a lot.
What?
I've never read Catch-22. And apparently it's in there. So now I need to read Catch-22. Just, I guess that's kind of where it got its start, at least according to the Google research I did.
All right. You're such a nerd. I love you.
Oh, I choked up when Taggert saw Trina at Kelly's. Come on.
Okay.
Now we're on the, do we want to go to Nelle Wiley? Where do you want to go next?
I feel like that's last.
Okay.
Because that like really ended on Friday.
Okay. Ooh, I did love Sonny going to Julian and approaching him. And Brando was acting as an enforcer.
Mm-hmm. Julian is smarter. Julian is smarter than what he was this week.
He didn't lie, though.
He didn't lie. But he had that bag packed. You would have hid that somewhere. You know that Sonny's coming.
It's okay because Sonny's taking it to donate. I thought that was great.
That was great. That was very funny. I just felt like he would have been better prepared. You know Sonny's coming. You wouldn't leave stuff laying around. And I don't know what exactly he was getting out of that box. I'm assuming his gun and some cash or a passport or something. You wouldn't do that either. Sonny didn't even look at it, but I feel like you wouldn't do that either.
Do you think he still has his Derek Wells stuff? He could very easily.
That would be good. That would be so good.
That's how he could disappear because he probably still does.
I would think so. Why would you throw that stuff away? You never know when you're going to need it again. So if Nell's dead, that means Julian gets all her money?
Ooh, which means now Julian has voting in ELQ, but you can't go back and vote.
No, can't go backwards.
And it's only 1%. Although that's the 1% that
could make a difference, yeah.
Is it 1% or did he have 5?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It should have been 5 or 6, because that's what we just said the other day.
I was going to say, I'm like, what did we just say on... I thought the grandkids had 5 and then the other people had 1.
Many numbers, remember? Because it was 5 and then these people got 10 and then this was 5, but then somebody wasn't actually a grandkid. So then it ended up that everyone had 6. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like it was 5 or 6% Oscar would have had.
Okay, so where are you going with this? That Julian gets Nell's money.
The fact that he has her money, and then did she sell her stocks or she sold proxies?
Oh, I think she sold.
Oh, well then never mind. He's just getting the money then.
Yeah, she sold for cash.
I guess he doesn't really need that much more money. Julian has enough money.
Whatever happened to her vision board? I guess they realized that was ridiculous.
behind the bar.
And I have a vision board. I mean, it's right there on my desk.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah. I made that pre-COVID, so maybe I need to.
I'm glad that it doesn't have random kids on it and big fancy houses that look like the Quartermain mansion, because I'd be a little concerned.
Nope, it does not.
No, I approve yours. Yours is good.
Well, thank you.
I guess the money could go to Wiley. Not that he needs more money either.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how it is. Does it just get split 50-50 if you don't have a will written up?
Does she have a will?
Now that she died, or if she died.
Are we going there?
If they're presuming, I'm not going to jump all the way onto that side.
You just did.
No, I'm just going to go right to the if ending. If she's dead, does that mean that the letter that Martin has is going to get sent, even though he didn't have anything to do with her dying? How does that work? If you give your lawyer a letter to send out if you die, is it only under suspicious circumstances, or once you're dead, you let all your secrets out?
That's an excellent question.
You
should do some research.
I don't have any good secrets to have an attorney hold on to.
I bet we'll see this week.
I guess we will.
Do you think Martin will actually do it? She fired him.
And never paid him.
So he has absolutely no obligation to her, I think.
Right.
So
it doesn't mean that he won't do it anyway. Maybe he'll turn around and blackmail Julian with information.
I think he could honestly care less.
But I don't want him to go away. I like him.
Right. We need him to get better story and
so he should
better involved. He should
blackmail Julian. There.
For the sake of storyline.
It took me a long way to get there, but here's my decision. He needs to sue, or he needs to blackmail Julian with that information for Nelle's money. Okay. And then he can, I don't know, he's secretly a crime boss too or something. I don't know. Ooh. That would be good. I didn't develop all that in my head yet, so we can't really go there, but
I like where you're going.
I want him to stay.
I like where you're going.
I want him to stay. That's all I care about.
And get deeper.
Yes. Maybe he knows Epiphany's secrets. They can all come out together. Okay, so they said that the stabilizer did cause Jason's crash.
Yeah, but he's still not thinking it's Brando. And I'm still not thinking it's Brando.
I don't think that it's Brando, but I feel like Brando had to have a little bit of knowledge. Someone was in his garage messing with his stuff.
I think it was Cyrus.
So he just let him in? Like, you don't have a security system? You didn't know?
I don't know. That I don't know.
I think they're oversimplifying that. Like, oh, it just happened to be broken. Nah. Oh, Nina going to see Willow. That was so nice.
That was really sweet.
It was really sweet. Really, really sweet.
Well, crap. Now Nelle's going to have died with Nina's necklace. So now No, she can't be dead. Nina does not deserve, even if Nelle is her daughter, or are we actually going to make Willow Nina's daughter, which I hope, and that's what I was going for first. But if Nelle's actually her daughter, Nina does not deserve to have that be the relationship that she remembers having with her daughter.
So I cannot take credit for the spot because, again, it was the people in Facebook chat groups or whatever. But they're suspecting that Willow and Nelle are twins.
Oh, God.
And that is why Nelle was so bad, is because she takes after Nina's side of the family, and that's why Willow is so good, is because she takes after
Silas.
Silas. I wanted to call him Finn. But you know what I meant. Side of the family.
Okay, that could be interesting.
I liked the twist.
I do like that twist. However, neither one of them then deserve to have been the relationship with. I honestly don't think that any of it would have changed.
Right.
Well, because, okay, can we just go there? Because it ties. Okay, because look at her relationship with Carly. Carly straight up knows that that's her sister. And Carly tried. Oh, I loved Carly this week.
But it's not her sister. It's not her sister.
No, it's not. Exactly. And Carly has stood by that.
Right.
You know, my heart did break a little bit for Nelle when she was like, I can see that from the child's perspective, that you feel like you were abandoned.
Yes.
Because you knew of this woman, this older sister, that didn't know about you.
Right.
You know, so you're perceiving that she just ditched you, that she left you to be treated so badly.
And I'm sure that the dad didn't help that narrative any because he was a jerk. So he was probably talking crap on Carly all the time, saying,
Carly said, like, when you first came, I tried to give you everything.
Right. And she did. Before she knew you were related. Right. Just the fact that you gave Jocelyn your kidney, I was ready to give you anything.
Right.
And you didn't want it. You refused to accept.
Right. You refused to be happy.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what Carly said to her.
Yep.
but that's what I loved. I really did love, like, their dynamic right before everything, you know, but, like, when Carly caught up to her and didn't attack her, she just,
right.
She tried to talk to her. Like, seriously, just come back, do the best thing for Wiley.
Yeah.
Go to jail.
Let this end. Yeah.
But
I can understand Nelle's thought process, and I can understand why Nelle wouldn't want to give herself up. I mean, who wants to spend the rest of their life in jail?
Do you think that Nelle intentionally let go just so that Carly has that as her last Me Too?
Yep. 100%.
Yep.
She knew she was going to fall anyway, so let Carly take the blame for it and have that guilt of wondering if she could have done better.
Yep.
But I didn't feel like she hesitated. When she retold the story to Jack, she was like, I only hesitated for a second because I wasn't sure.
Either.
I didn't feel like it was hesitation. I felt like it was make sure the ground is solid because I don't want to go walking off the edge.
Or like, did I really just hear that?
Yeah.
You know, not, I hear you.
I didn't take that as a hesitation. Am I going to help?
What is Jax telling her to lie for?
I'm with Jax.
Mr. High and Mighty, though?
But I'm with him. He's 100% right. He loves her.
Yeah, but he gets on Carly and Sonny all the time about lying about stuff. And now he's going to do it when...
Well, first of all, I think he wants a secret between him and Carly that Sonny doesn't know. And I think that he knows it's always Sonny's fault. Everything that happens to Carly in Jax's eyes is Sonny's fault. So in this case, she's going to end up going to jail. And it will be Sonny's fault because they're trying to trap Sonny or get even with Sonny, not Carly. I'm with him.
I was very disappointed in him.
But I can't say I disagree at all. I mean, I wouldn't obviously lie to the police.
You know what he could have done?
He's wrong.
He could have said that he did it. Like that he tried to help.
But his DNA is not.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
If they find the body. He could have said he witnessed it.
Right.
But at the same time...
If you're expecting Carly to lie about the truth, you better be willing to lie about at least seeing it.
But I feel like what he said about the cops not believing him, because
I get that.
They do have a good relationship, and he wouldn't want the mother of his child to go to jail.
Yeah.
Even him saying he saw it would not totally absolve her. So I think just not bringing it up, she didn't technically lie. She just didn't finish the story. She pushed me down in the clearing. She ran away. I'm not going to tell you the rest of the story. That works.
It's going to come back to bite her the same way that it did with Michael.
But not for like another 5 years or something.
When Joss is old enough for her to be on her own. Okay.
Exactly. It's a soap world. So we have a couple years before she has to deal with those consequences.
I don't know. I was just really disappointed in that. But so first of all, Michael found Nelle using the GPS.
Mm-hmm.
And
because Brooke talked.
Yeah. By the way, I have way to go, Amanda, calling it that Brook Lynn's vocal cords were damaged. Good job.
Thanks. I felt like everyone was there too.
Shut up. The one thing I don't think
I get a gold star for that because I think the whole world knew it. You were still all slow last week.
I just wasn't thinking about it. I was just like, I can't believe she just slashed her. But when he was telling Nelle that he might be the world's biggest hypocrite, but he's a hypocrite with people on both sides of the law.
Yes.
I loved that.
Yes.
And I think he's going to be devastated. Oh, when he was telling Wiley that his mom's not evil.
Yeah. He's such a good dad.
He really
And they did really good with that staging to make it look like Wiley was in the bed. Because like we talked about last week, the kids aren't there yet. I felt like they tried.
Okay.
I felt like they tried. I wasn't sure why at the Quartermain mansion it wasn't a crib. Because wasn't it a crib?
Uh-huh. Or not a crib. I think he has a toddler bed.
That wasn't a toddler bed, though. That was like a regular full-size bed.
For them, it's a toddler bed.
No.
That was at the cabin.
No, later on. At the cabin, yes, he was in a regular bed. Yes. And that made sense, because then they could move the stuffed animals around and whatever. And it also would make sense, although I feel like they go to that cabin enough that they would have a crib there. But maybe not.
It's Wiley's first time.
Michael talked about them going there when they were younger. None of them were babies when they were there before.
They're not supposed to use cribs that are that old. Would you put your kid in a crib that was 20 years old? Trust me, we had one at my cabin that like everyone from probably...
not 20 years old, but Jocelyn's not 20. I mean, I guess she's still 17 and that's old, but I don't know. I feel like you'd have a pack and play or something. Okay. That's what I feel like. Just because you're always prepared.
Yeah.
But even if they didn't there, when Willow came upstairs because she heard him talking on the baby monitor, mm-hmm. Wiley was in a bed, not in a crib.
I thought that he was in a bed, not a crib.
But when they showed him last week with his kangaroo, wasn't he in a crib?
He was in his real home.
I know, but wasn't it a crib?
I don't know, Jax. Are the boys in cribs or big boy beds now?
She said she put them in big boy beds whenever.
Then that would have been at their big boy beds.
It didn't look the same.
And the Jax we're referring to is Jacqueline Olsen, the boy's real mother.
She said, remember, she had said she just put them in big boy beds when we talked to her.
Right.
So, I guess
because that's why she was surprised that they stayed
in their beds. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I guess it wasn't a crib, but the angle that she was able to get, I feel like they could have done that same thing instead of using props at the Quartermain house. But at the the cabin, I felt like they did a good job of making it look kind of sort of like he was really laying there because the stuffed animal was pushed up and like the angle that they shot it at.
Yeah.
So I would have just done two different things. I guess that's what I'm getting at. I'm talking in circle this week. I was impressed with the way that they had the setup done at the cabin, but at the house, I would have just had kind of like Sonny was talking to Donna, but you didn't actually see it down into the crib. You could have had them looking at the bed.
Well, that's what they did a couple weeks ago.
Type of picture.
That's what they did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm really not following you right now.
I just didn't like it. It felt like it was good at the cabin, but not at home.
Okay.
It looked fake at home. Where I feel like they could have made it look a little more real.
Okay. I'm lost.
It's not really a lost or not lost. It's just a statement. In my opinion, they did a good job at the cabin, but at the house, they could have done a better job.
Gotcha.
That's all. Okay. Wow, we were way too long on that. So do we think Lois is coming? He said Lois is coming.
He did. And
I wanted her to come on Friday, and then she wasn't there.
I know. So we went to Instagram and asked, do you think we're getting a visit from Lois? Do you think we'll actually have a visit from Lois?
And you want it to be real Lois?
Yes, really hoping so. Maybe. I hope she does. Brook Lynn needs her mother. That would be awesome. I doubt it, but who knows? And then they were talking about... So then someone said, yes, Rena Sofer is coming home. And then there was back and forth about how she's on The Bold and the Beautiful. However, Wally Kurth is on both. Right.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And then, yes, but not the original Lois. If she does the show, it'll be the one who replaced her a while back. And everyone is asking for it to be Rena Sofer.
Of course.
And we're going to be talking about Lois on Thursday's 411. Because there's a lot of people who probably don't know who Lois actually is.
Which is so sad.
Crazy.
Because Lois was awesome. Oh, I love her.
She was amazing.
Love her.
But I love the way that they're writing for Ned.
Yes.
He's interesting again.
Mm-hmm. And I felt like it was a true father response.
Oh, yeah.
To all of this. And regretting everything. And even Brooke with her flashbacks of all the bad stuff. Like, they don't just have her laying in the hospital bed like, oh, everything's fine now.
Right.
So that was good.
And he had two good quotes this week. He had the one that opened up, I think it might have been Monday or Tuesday's episode, that said, all the words we have, all the different ways of saying things, all the lyrics from all the songs, and when it comes right down to it, what else is there to say? I love her.
Aww.
And then on Thursday or Friday, why is it that you only understand your unbelievably stupid behavior when it's too late? Preach. Whoever's writing for Ned right now, I feel like the writers really took advantage of quarantine and have been like, okay, where can we clean this stuff up?
Yeah.
So thank you, writers.
Right.
Really appreciate all the work that you've
It feels like they've actually had a conversation instead of before we took the break where Monday you would write and then Tuesday I would write and then Wednesday somebody else would write and none of those storylines connected even though they had the same characters in it.
Yep. And I love how when Brook Lynn started to wake up and like they actually were scattering to look for a pen and paper,
Yes.
And Olivia grabbed an envelope.
Right.
Totally real because
absolutely. What wasn't totally real this week that annoyed me, they weren't telling Jocelyn about Wiley being kidnapped, but yet they said that an alert went out to all the cell phones.
Right, so why didn't Jocelyn get it?
Between Jocelyn and Trina, neither one of them had their cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And Curtis and Trina's mom saw them, and neither one of them said to Jocelyn.
They both had their phones, because remember, Cam sent them the text that said, implying that they were his backup singers.
Oh, right. Exactly. So, yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have got that. And then they saw Curtis and Trina's mom, and neither of them said to Joss, how are you doing? How are you holding up? Have you heard any news? Blah, blah, blah. No.
Yep. So do we want to talk about Trina and Joss?
Sure.
When Trina started to agree with Dev
Yeah.
I was like, oh, girl, you are just like
breaking your own heart.
Yeah. And then Joss figured it out.
I would hope so. It took her long enough to figure out, wait, he's been acting weird around you. Yeah. Ever since her dad was killed, like, think it through. And they were kidnapped together.
I'm just glad that she told her, that Trina told Joss.
Yes. Joss looked a little heartbroken, but
hey, they weren't. Sorry. They've never been.
No, she even said that's not what she wanted, because that was how they pretend dated whenever they were trying to make Oscar jealous a million years ago.
Yep. But yeah, I really, really liked that. And I like how Joss thanked Curtis in front of Trina, so that, first of all, Trina didn't have to be cordial, right? She was sticking up for her friend, but also acknowledging, okay, this is from both of us. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Although, could Portia do any more digging? Have you ever performed at the nurses' ball? Are you maybe trying to figure out if your daughter gets her performance skills from her dad?
He's not even thinking that. It's not even on his brain at all. So if she has something to say, she needs to say it. And if she doesn't want to say it, then don't say it. But she keeps reminiscing about their relationship and how much she cared about him and how important he was.
But when he told her that he told Jordan about their conversation, that stopped anything.
Yeah. Her face was, uh-oh.
Like, yeah, I don't keep secrets from my wife.
Yeah. Too bad she doesn't feel the same about you, Curtis. That's going to blow up big time.
I get where Jordan's coming from, though.
I get where she's coming from, but she trusts him. Like, there's no rhyme or reason, I feel like. He knows some police stuff that he should not know.
Yeah.
And then other stuff like this, I feel like it would make sense for him to understand and know.
Because it also would help him not to feel guilty.
Right. And it all kind of connects.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that she's working for Renault because of TJ and some of the bad stuff.
Right.
So this just kind of slides in there. It's not
right.
a whole different caseload that he has no reason to know anything about.
When she said that they had all available resources on something, and he said, he kind of replied like, oh, do you?
On Wiley's kidnapping.
Okay. I felt like he was maybe hurt by, oh, really? Do you? Because, hi, I'm in your office right now.
Yeah.
Never
bothered to keep me in the loop.
Sam not being that upset about Wiley, but more mad at Jason. Come on, guys. Do not just force this to be.
Yeah.
Sam would never have been mad at Jason for going AMA and going to find Wiley.
And I feel like she would have been one of the people going over to the Quartermains to sit with Willow, not hanging out with Alexis to whine about her wrist hurting.
Right.
Yeah. Nope.
Although she was really happy when Neil showed up for her mom. Do you think she called him? Do you think she was like, I'm going to go over there and you just come show up?
I hope not.
Oh, see, I thought that.
No.
The look that they both gave each other was like, hi, Neil was like, okay, I listened to you. And she was like, yay, my mom's going to be happy.
No, because I think that Sam needs to butt out of her mom's business, like I've said about 400,000 times by now.
Except for Alexis brings her into her business.
I feel like Alexis just talks to her as a friend. And when your kids get to a certain age, you can do that.
No.
But that doesn't mean that you want them to intervene.
No. See, I have been that child. And if you're going to tell me grown-up adult things, I'm going to give you real grown-up adult answers. At that age,
I feel like you were pulled into grown-up conversations younger than you should have been and between your parents. This is not...
Okay, that's
true.
Or
direct family members. I don't know exactly your situation, but you know what I mean. In this case, Neil's not her dad. Neil's just this guy. And so she vents the same way that Sam vents about Jason or whatever. And I'm going to give you my advice
why she needs to
someone that cares about you. But she didn't need to. If she called Neil, I'm going to be mad. She needs to butt out. And I also want Neil to, get it. Do it. Come on.
Right.
You want to be with her, follow through.
Yeah. See, I think it's okay that Sam vents to Alexis because that is her mom. But Alexis needs to be complaining to Diane, not her daughter. That's what your girlfriends are for, not your kids.
I feel like you give all the details to the girlfriend, but at the age that Sam is, you can have a conversation about someone.
Not if you don't want her to have an opinion.
She can have an opinion. She just can't call him. I'm not saying have an opinion is wrong. Absolutely not. If we're going to talk about it, I need to be open to whatever you're going to say about it.
But so if Sam wasn't her daughter... If Sam wasn't her daughter and was just her girlfriend that called Neil
no,
to come
she
over.
Still shouldn't call Neil. Don't call Neil.
I just want to make sure that that's
No.
You are on team, no matter who you are, do not call Neil.
Right. If we had a conversation about someone that I was seeing and you turned around and called them and was like, hey, Amanda's really mad, blah, 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 you should stop over, he would get no credit for that. You didn't do it because you knew to come see me or wanted to come see me. You did it because Shannon told you. And I would be mad at you for butting in.
Okay.
He needs to do it of his own accord.
Which, by the way, I just like to, I don't know.
It doesn't matter if you agree or disagree because it's Alexis and next week it'll all be screwed up anyway. But I just feel like they've played games enough, which I think is what he was coming to say.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. They've played games enough that he needs to lay it all out there. Are we doing this or we're not? Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
And not because Sam or Diane or anyone else told him to, but because he should be tired of this game.
Mm-hmm. Because we are.
Exactly. Might be projecting a little bit, but come on. So, the WSB wants to send Dante home to handle someone close to him, and then they just happen to flip over to Lulu getting a text from Dustin, who's putting her kids to bed.
Okay, wait. When did he move? Did he move in?
I don't think he moved. I hope he didn't move in. I'm going to be so mad if he moved in. They didn't announce it if so.
Okay, but that is sweet. They've been dating for over a year now. It's been a year.
Has been a year?
It was like last August.
Okay, I guess Dante did say he's been gone a little over a year, and she did jump into that relationship quickly. Okay, maybe.
I will defend that because I think that's really sweet.
It was totally sweet of him.
It keeps the kids in their
and
environment. They're with someone that they trust. They're in their own home. They're in their own beds. It wasn't the third date.
Right. Right. No. Okay. If it's my mind forgets that it's been a year.
I know. Well, it's because we had a couple months without it.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So, if it's been a year, then okay. So, So, do you think Dante's coming back so that we can figure out who Dustin really is?
Oh, yeah.
That would be a good storyline, though, to get him and Lulu back together. That should be. I hope they do it as well as they did the storyline when they first got together. And that was a lot of lovey.
He finally agreed to treatment.
Yes. Yay! Well, I feel like they were telling him, you got to.
It's either...
You didn't really have that much of a choice. You got to agree to this and move on.
Yeah, but he did have an option, and he chose. The only thing I think we have left to talk about is Liz and Franco teaming up. I think that they're going to team up against Nikolas and Ava.
Yeah.
And
that was definitely what that was, because both of them were fishing for, say you want to be the one to comfort me.
Right.
Or rip apart our marriage or something.
And Ava's on team fix your marriage, and Nikolas is like, no, you should just leave him. Poor Elizabeth, though. Like, that's going to break her heart thinking that Nikolas was starting to come around, and then it was just getting her pants.
But maybe she needs that realization, because she's given that boy too many chances.
That is true.
Too many chances. And her and Franco are a good fit.
I really, really, really like their marriage. I know I talked about that last week, but it was just...
It feels real. They argue about the same dumb stuff that every marriage argues about. Money, the kids, work schedule, exes. Whatever. Yeah. And then...
Although I don't think my husband and I have never argued about exes. Oh, no.
Really?
No.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. See, my ex and I would argue about exes just because Matt has a different dad. So.
Well, that's why I hesitated for a second. I was like, wait, but no, we've pretty much always even been on the same page with their dad. Like, and he's never tried to interfere in the kids' relationship with their dad or my relationship with their dad. He's always had my back.
See, your situation's a little bit different because your kid's dad has always been involved. Matt's dad came back in after my ex was already established as Matt's dad.
Yep.
And my ex and I were already having some issues. So for Matt's dad to come in at that time, it created upset.
Even if you weren't having issues, I can see where that would still be.
Yeah, there was definitely some jealousy just getting like our footing with what this new situation was going to be. So, but yeah, they fight about normal stuff. And I don't know that they even fight about exes other than when the exes like throw themselves into their relationships.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not really them.
Like, I had an ex text me, like, would randomly text me every now and again, and I would just show my husband and be like, seriously, what the heck is going on? Like, my husband didn't get mad.
Right, it's not your fault.
Right.
Yes.
But exactly. I was like, dude, look at this. I'm like, what is he?
I mean, I can block it, but besides that, I can't control who.
I thought I had blocked it, and then yeah, he's securely blocked now.
Sometimes it's fun not to block stuff there, just to be like, what is wrong with this person? Why are they calling me now?
It has been over 11 years.
Wow.
You should not be texting me 10 years later.
You're just not unforgettable, Shannon. I don't know what to tell you.
Saying, I can't believe we used to blah, blah, blah here. Well, not blah, blah, blah here.
You better clarify something.
We used to hang out here with, first of all, he said the crew. And I'm like, they were my friends. You came because we were together. Like,
right.
This was not our place. This was not.
Right. This
blah,
was
blah.
my place that I invited you into. That was
right. And guess what? I've been there with my husband. And guess what? I would talk to my husband about that stuff. He's married too. So go talk to your wife. Don't talk to me.
Right.
Ugh.
Crazy.
Just don't text your ex.
Yes. There you go. You should make that a bumper sticker. Don't text your ex. But anyway, Franco and Liz, they seem like a happy, normal couple. So Nikolas shouldn't be messing with it. So I'm glad that Liz is going to see, as much as it's going to hurt her from the friend standpoint, she needs to just let him go.
Right. And stay focused on Franco.
That's right. I don't think I have anything else General Hospital related.
I don't either. I guess talking about Franco and Liz, though, is a really good segue.
We gave some of our reality there.
We kind of did. That was the past realities.
Reality check. You want to go first? I'm going to go first.
You
I don't remember who went first.
It doesn't matter. Just go.
This week was Madeline's first cheer practice.
Yay!
So she was all excited that she got to go with her friends, and they did a really good job of following all the guidelines and whatever. So it was nice to be a little bit back to normal, or feel like we're starting.
She has an activity that makes her feel,
And then every year, whenever cheer starts and she sees all the other little girls not all of the other little girls, but a lot of the other little girls can do all these crazy gymnastics things, then she's like, please, can I take a class? So I finally signed her up for a dance/gymnastics class.
Oh, she is going to have so much fun.
She's so excited. And as much as more activities is more risk in some ways, I also feel like it's a really good time if they're taking the right precautions, because they have to cut classes in half.
Yeah.
So it's a tiny bit more expensive because I think they're trying to recuperate that loss. But there'll be 6 kids in her class, and parents aren't allowed in. You just drop them off. They do the temperature questions and then let them in. Whatever. Everyone's 6 feet apart, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, you're almost getting like a private lesson for just a little bit more. So hopefully she'll learn a lot through this year.
Right.
Or until, they can open it up to more people, and then she won't feel so far behind, because she jumps around like a monkey at our house now. So
she'll catch up quick, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
I'm sure. Is she practicing? Has she started yet?
She's not started yet. It starts not next week, the following week. So
she's going to be like Stephanie Tanner.
Yes.
For 2 and 2 for 2. All over the house.
Yep. It'll be so great. But no, she'll be excited. So that's that. And then, I don't know, just kind of winding down into this week we start school. So do we have our outfits picked out? Do we have all of our stuff in our book bags? Do we know what we're doing? They had like an informational ask the principal stuff, and they went over on the days that you're doing virtual, you should be sitting at a desk, not in bed. You should not be wearing PJs. You shouldn't be eating your breakfast. And I'm like, oh crap, yeah, this is like real school, not like that's how we ended last year.
Everything that they tell you to do when you start working from home.
Right.
Because they're like, you still have to take a shower. Of course there's days where I don't, but it's like, you have to get up and you have to get a routine in the morning.
Right. Yeah. Your mindset still has to be you're going to school, even if you're not leaving the house. It totally makes sense. I'm just not ready to jump there yet. And so I was like, wait, no, in my mind, they're going Wednesday because my kids are the first part of the alphabet. And then Thursday, kind of slowly get into it. But no, they need to be up and dressed and logged on and ready to go. So we'll see if I survive this week. That'll be next week's reality check.
It's only 3 days. I'm sure we'll figure. We're both going to have the same reality check.
2 days. They don't have school Friday.
At all?
Right. Dude. They're off Friday and Monday. It's a teacher in service day and then Labor Day.
Okay.
You're so welcome that I may be crazy disorganized, but I at least know the school calendar. Because your poor kids, how many days now would they be trying to go to school that they're not supposed to?
I'll be honest, listen, it's just one of those things. I probably would have looked at it, but it's not September yet. So, I'll be working on the September calendar tomorrow.
To be fair, your son is old enough that I'm sure he knows, even if he hasn't communicated that to you.
I've looked at the calendar. I just didn't look that well. I was like, okay, what day of the week is September 2nd?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a Wednesday. I'm good. But I know that he goes Thursday, Friday. So that's the only thing that...
Yeah, these first 2 weeks are a little bit different because of how the days fall. But anyway. Yeah,
all right.
only
so we only have 2 days.
2 days. One in school.
Then why are we
virtual.
even going back before? Okay.
I'm not in charge of that. I'm just telling you what we're doing.
Just wait until after Labor Day then. Okay.
All right, on to your reality.
I'm going to take out some of that just because.
Rocked your week with information.
So my daughter started school on Wednesday.
Yes.
See, and that's the other thing. So she might have school. See, I have 2 different school
I do forget
schedules.
About that. I do. She looked so grown up. I really didn't like it.
Your text. So I posted a picture of my daughter on Facebook, and you're like, I saw her yesterday. What'd you do? Like, in 12 hours.
Seriously, I did. I saw her the night before. She was getting ready to go somewhere, so it wasn't like she was in PJs and like totally toned down or whatever. She was going out, and she just looked like a normal, cute teenage girl.
Yeah.
And then you posted that picture the very next morning.
And it's a young woman.
And I was like, oh my God, who is that? What did you do?
Yep.
And it wasn't like she had a bunch of makeup on or like
no
real
makeup.
grown-up outfit or anything like that.
Just a cute cardigan with a skirt.
Yeah.
And a long skirt. I don't know. It was...
it was like a totally different kid. I don't know what you did, but I did not like it.
I didn't do anything. She did it. She did it all. So she picked out her outfit. I bought it for her.
She looked beautiful, but way too old.
I know.
I'm not ready for
She'll be 17.
Shh. No.
I'm not ready for it.
She's still that little girl in the sash at Girl Scout.
Exactly.
In my brain.
Facebook reminds me of those girls.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
So I'm like, aw, they were so cute.
That's how you're still saved in my phone. Shannon, your daughter's name, GS. That's how you're still in my phone.
That's funny.
So, and
we haven't been in Girl Scouts for like...
Right. And my older kids make fun of me because they're like, why is she in your phone? Like, at least put her as Shannon Podcast. And I'm like, no. Shannon, kid's name, GS.
Or just Shannon.
Nope.
Although you are in Amanda Kimmel.
Oh, see, and I feel like that's too formal. Why put my last name? That's weird.
Just because I have like everybody's full names for the most part.
Well, I always put how I know the people because especially with at one point I had all 4 kids that I had to interact with other parents.
Yeah,
and so that was just too much because you
have to put so and so's mom. I do have that, so I have so and so's mom. Like, with some of those people, I have other agents in my phone by the house.
Oh, that makes sense. Good job.
Address. So it's blah, 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 XYZ Main Street.
There you go. Yep.
Which I need to remove because like some of them
they sell
were
or
done.
They fall off or whatever. Yeah.
But during transaction, it's very helpful because then I just do a search.
Right.
And everything related to that property comes up. So,
well, there you go.
So, we did our first 3 days. My daughter did well in school. Like, I've talked about this before. Like, they were perfectly set up for this. And so everything went well.
Good.
My son got a job.
Congratulations! I didn't know that.
I know. I read it just for this.
Congratulations.
He's going to be working at a pizza place.
Oh.
So he's going to be doing delivery.
Yum. Tell him to feel free to drop some stuff off at my house.
He starts tomorrow.
That's awesome.
He was going to start Friday, but then they go with their dad. So, and that's the thing is that even though he's old enough to make the decision, like he still wants to go to see his dad every other weekend.
That's good.
He's going to go to college or whatever next year. He might not be here.
Right.
But this employer was like, oh, that's no problem.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right.
And it's good for him with driving because I know he's been a little nervous after the accident.
Yeah.
So this will get him out there.
Yep.
Congratulations.
I'm so proud of him. And I took my first trip to Trader Joe's yesterday morning. I've never been there.
I've never been there.
I've had stuff from there, and like their sister company is Aldi, so a lot of the same stuff.
Right.
But it's about a half hour away, so I mean, not necessarily convenient, but it's not in an area that I never go to, so I don't know why I've just... Honestly, I think it's because I've been intimidated. Because it's such a thing.
Right.
I'm like, how do you shop there?
Right.
And I remember I actually put out on Facebook, I think it was like 3 years ago. I was like, I'm thinking about going. Does anyone have tips?
That's so funny. I lied. I have been there once, but not to the one that's closest to us that you were at. I was at one that a guy that I was seeing, we did dinner and then just had time to kill. So we went, but then I didn't buy anything because you don't like grocery shop when you're on a date. So now you have to tell me what you bought so I can actually experience it.
I bought some beautiful roses. And baby's breath.
Oh, I saw your picture on Facebook of those. Those were very beautiful.
They are. They're purple roses. And
not shocking.
Yep. I was like, oh, okay. Those are mine. Thanks.
Anything purple.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, it's been a week. Thursday, I'm not going to have a single person in my house because they are at school or at work.
I'm going to send some of mine over here.
I am going to be doing nothing. Whole lot of nothing. So, well, I say that now, but you know.
Yeah, I'm going to send one of mine over here. Can I use the desk? That's the problem, is the end of last year, everyone could sit at the dining room table because it was just assignments. And if you did have a Zoom meeting, you had a designated time. Now it's live all day, all three of them, so they can't sit together. And they're not supposed to be in bed, like I said. And so I'm like, I don't know where I'm putting you guys. Sorry.
Well, do they have their own headphones?
They do, but I don't have 3 desks.
Get trifold. Go to Dollar Tree and get like the trifold poster boards. And
that's a good idea.
Have them decorate their own space.
That's a good idea. At least I could put 2 then. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. That way they're not seeing each other.
Right.
Maybe they can have their schedule like up on one side. Maybe some motivational quotes or inspirational something.
You're such a dork, but I love you.
Thanks.
Because that like doesn't even cross my mind. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Figure it out.
It just came to me. I was like, oh yeah, because they're only $1, like the trifold.
All right. Thanks.
And there's my suggestion for you.
Thanks.
Crafting with Shannon.
I was going to say we can make that a segment if it's not a gold star.
Who got your gold star this week?
I would say Brook Lynn for risking her singing abilities and talking abilities and telling Michael about the traffic.
Perfect. I like that one.
That was good.
Yep.
Wasn't like super dramatic, but that was good job for being a good person.
Yes.
There you go.
So join us on Thursday as we talk about Brooklyn's mom.
I'm so excited.
Lois.
I love Lois.
Cirillo.
Can't wait.
Yay.
So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.